and continue enjoying them at your seat. How many of you thought that the snacks are awesome? How many of you thought that the chutney was spicy? Very. Seriously, people didn't find it spicy. I'm just amazed at all of you guys. Alright, I hope you guys managed to network a little bit, managed to identify a new connection today, but all the more. Didn't I tell you this is the best part of the meeting? The snacks. Of course. I'm wrong. That's not the best part. Remember early in the meeting I told you about cardiac arrest? Yes. Yeah. It's that moment. The heartbreaking moment where all of you experience your heart rate to go from 80 to 120. If you say no, wear a heart rate monitor and we'll see what happens. Believe me, it happens every time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the most interesting aspect of today's meeting, which is the table topic section. And to take the table topic section forward, we have yet another Sunny who adds sunlight to Sunshine Toastmasters Club. With sunshine and torches in sunshine, man. Anyways, he is a new member of the club, but already someone who's taking huge responsibility of the club. And I'm sure you'll know why. Please put your hands together for what's going to be an amazing next 10 to 12 minutes. The table topic master for today, Toastmaster Sunny.
Well, hello, good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
Right, so first of all, we keep hearing this all the time. Today, table topics is a very nervous session, a nerve-wracking session, cardiac arrest, etc., etc. So I'm here to dispel all of this. We're going to do the table topic session a little differently tonight so that everybody's comfortable and everybody approaches the table topic session with comfort, and not just comfort, but zeal. Right, so today's theme, what is today's theme? Own the stage. It so happens that in my career I have some experience with this owning the stage and how to go about it. And I've learned a few things about owning the stage. And I've realized that there are certain key points that we need to keep in mind when we try to own the stage. So we're going to discuss each one of these points. I'm going to throw it out to the audience, to all of you guys, and I'm going to look for volunteers to come and help me discuss what are the key points that we need to keep in mind when we are trying to own the stage, speaking in front of an audience. All right, all good?
Yes.
All right, so let's get started. So, when it comes to addressing an audience and delivering a speech, one of the most important things that we need to keep in mind is the importance of a dramatic pause. Suddenly stop and hold the suspense. So I'm looking for volunteers to share their experiences in using a pause effectively to enhance the quality of their speech. Who would like to take this up? The use of pause. Toastmaster for you. The importance of pausing when you're speaking.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So the time was 9:45 a.m. and this was 1 month back. My final year exams were going on, and that particular day, I had physics, my physics exam, and the exam was 11 o'clock, and the time was 9:45. And I thought, my college is 1 hour. It takes 1 hour to go. So I thought by 10:45 I'll reach. Then 15 minutes, I'll be in the class, and I'll be ready for my exam. So I started my scooter 9:45. I went through this Mayville Circle. Then I went through Hebbal. All the way, I went through the flyover, and my college comes in Lanka. What happened was I was driving, and I was in my own mind. I was doing the Newton's law in my own head. I was looking at buildings. I was calculating gravity, this that. I didn't realize I went to the airport. Then over there I'm thinking, hey, this in the question paper there should be about aeroplane, the speed it is going, that speed, but I can see aeroplane. Then I realized, oh no, I have come to the airport. Then I went back to my college in an aeroplane, and I reached on time. Thanks to the friendly pilots who were there in the airport and who were doing, who were teaching me aeroplane physics. And in that exam, I wrote the exam. Then when I came out, when the results came out, I had failed. But nonetheless, I had a very good experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Not quite related to pausing, but very interesting story and how you Okay, our next point to keep in mind when it comes to public speaking is obey the 10-minute rule. See, no matter how good a speaker you are, you might have the best speechcraft or whatever, people's attention spans are becoming shorter. 10 minutes is the maximum that any person has an attention span. So, in that context, our next topic is, in your opinion, what is the ideal speech length? And what do you do to reach that number in terms of minutes? Your opinion, what is the ideal speech length? And what do you do to reach that speech length? Who would like to take this up? I see Baranika is very keen. Toastmaster Baranika, please.
Speech length, speech time.
What is the ideal speech time? And how do you tailor your speech to get to that number?
Good evening, topic master, guests, and Toastmasters. The ideal length, as you told, the attention span is going less and less, and you can see a 18-year-old giving a talk on how the attention span is going less. Why? Just getting on that. Reels, guys, reels. 10 seconds, you get bored. So if you ask me, can a speech be in seconds? But nevertheless, I think the time of a speech depends on the purpose or what is it, especially over here coming as a table topic, as a Toastmaster. Uh, even if you keep attending all the why am I getting table topic? Toastmaster. Even if you keep attending meetings, you see that each person who comes here has a time, and it's only you're set that that person's only going to get that time. So I feel like the length of a speech should basically be on what you're coming up on the stage to do, basically. So that's my answer for that. Thank you, everyone.
I don't know if that is indirectly calling me an 18-year-old, but I'll still take it anyway. Okay, another important thing when it comes to speaking is the usage of props, because that can break the monotony of the speech and can also provide the speaker something interesting for the audience to look at. So, our next topic in that context is, in your opinion, what are some useful props or accessories that are both easily available and easily applicable? Who would like to take this up? Toastmaster Jay Prakash, please.
Good evening once again. Use of props. I feel in any international speech contest, props is a mandatory thing. And the most important prop, I feel, is visual props. For example, the picture. You can use a PPT or a screen to display a picture you're trying to talking about. So it serves the purpose of how your imaginative thing is displayed on the board. Secondly, I feel like even a chair is very important. I see people in balloons to display their point of view. But I feel, yeah, it adds a more purposeful speech to have of.
Thank you. That's a good answer. In fact, that's exactly what I was researching as well. The usage of a presentation is the modern day prop, can be used as a sort of visual aid as well as a sort of cue card for the speaker. It's a very, very useful prop. Okay, our next topic is something that is very often overlooked but important nonetheless is the usage, or not the usage, but the importance of dressing appropriately when delivering a speech. So we don't talk about this, but actually it's extremely important. So with that premise, that's also a premise today. With that premise, the next topic is how do we strengthen our stage presence by dressing well, and what are the common wardrobe malfunctions that we must avoid? Who wants to take this? Does any guest want to take this up? How can we dress in a way to? Yes, please. How do we dress in a way to really enhance our stage presence and deliver better speeches?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kenny, and distinguished Toastmaster for the blessing. I thank you all to see right now for no particular reason, actually. You know what? Actually, the dressing point brings a memory back of today afternoon. So, I was going to pick my sister up from a friend's house, and I wasn't anticipating going to a friend's house. Again, no reason. But what happened is that her friend's parents invited me to her house to eat prasad, and I was dressed like a hobo. I think I might have overstepped. I think I might have over exaggerated that. I was dressed in a t-shirt and the shorts that were between by the second. So you could see a very faulty appearance. And yeah, so while we're on the topic of dressing appropriately for stage, I believe I'm not the best person to address you on this. Because of I do not dress appropriately for any occasion. Today happens to be an exception because meeting you beautiful people here, and I preemptively guessed that you all would be dressed appropriately. So I'd like you to make your own assumptions. I'd like you to come to your own judgments, and I'd like you to come dressed appropriately so that you teach people like us at this on how to dress appropriately.
Okay, when we deliver speeches regularly, despite all of the relentless practice and energy that we put into all of these rehearsals and preparation, we still sometimes make mistakes. We might forget our speech, or we might stumble, or anything might happen. So when it comes to mistakes, that brings me to our next topic. Are there any instances where you have forgotten your speech on stage, or even made a mistake? And if so, how did you cover that? Toastmasters.
So it's an interesting story because it happened many years ago on this very day, that is 30th March. Uh, Many people don't know about this, but today is also a Doctor's Day, World Doctor's Day. So there was a speech contest basically where we had to talk about one of the conditions, medical conditions or disease, etc. So in that case, I decided to talk about schizophrenia. Basically, it's mental disease related. I chose that, and when I went on stage, from the name you might have guessed that I forgot the name completely. I was blank for 15 seconds. Audience were awkwardly staring at me. In that case, the judge asked me, like, will you start your speech? At that moment, I had an idea. The idea was, I changed my topic. I started talking about Alzheimer's. So what I did is I just asked ma'am like what was I supposed to do here? I forgot. And ma'am was like you were supposed to speak. And I said thank you. So today's talk is about Alzheimer's. And I went on about the disease or the condition which is associated with memory loss. That's how I covered up the speech that I forgot.
Toastmaster pages brings up a very interesting point. If you make a mistake on stage, only you know you've made that mistake. Nobody else knows. So why do you want to draw attention to it? Oh, I made this mistake. Sorry, let me backtrack. You don't have to do that. My personally, I've so many mistakes during MCing and speeches. So what? Just continue as though nothing happened. Majority of the time, the audience will not notice, and as they just said, you just go on with the speech, and everybody's happy, and that's all good. So that's an important thing to know. Now, in the interest of time, we have to cut short our table topic session. However, there's one little twist I'd like to throw in over here, right at the end. You know, a lot of the times, the table topic master, in this case it's me, but even the folks before me, we have this impression that because we are table topic masters, we don't have to be a part of the table topic session. We don't get a topic. But that is not the case. I don't know why we don't do this, but it's very often the table topic master is thrown, a topic is thrown at him or her at the end. And I think, going forward, I suggest this is something that we must do. Table topic masters must not be let off the hook. So with that, now the spotlight is on me, I'm in the hot seat. Does any of the audience have a topic for me? Tarun, yes, what's your topic for me?
Your topic is you heard of that saying every dog has its day.
Yeah.
And your topic goes every dog has its day, but if you cut its tail off, it'll have a weekend.
So I know this very well because my dog happens to be with me today, in case you haven't noticed. And so whenever when I come back home every day, or when I used to work, in fact, I used to come back home, and sometimes when I was working in event management, it was stressful sometimes. Work pressures do get to you, and it was sometimes overwhelming. But whenever I used to go back home, and this my dog over here, right here, this one, she was younger back then, about 5 years younger. She used to come running from inside the room and jump on me, and with the tail wagging. And this used to happen every weekday because we used to work Monday to Friday. So I would see my dog's tail, Trixie. I would see Trixie's tail wagging every day in the evening when I come back from home. It was a great feeling because no matter how stressful it was at work, no matter how tired I was, no matter what happened in the office, is to come back home and in that moment, somehow it would feel like as though I was meditating because Trixie would be sitting with me. However, none of this happened on the weekend because we had no office. And Trixie was doing her own thing and I was doing my own thing on the weekend. So, to answer your question, Tarun, dogs have their day from Monday to Friday, but they will have their weekend without the tail because I don't notice Trixie's tail during the weekend. It's almost as if it doesn't exist. So I couldn't agree with you more. Yes, during the weekends, take the dog tail off, and I would not notice. Back to the table talk.